Hello, we are back, and I'm Shilda Ismail. We are currently live from World Halal Business Conference in Melbourne, Australia. And this is the first installation done and coordinated outside of Malaysia. And congratulations to Halal Development Corporation. All right, we have here today Ms. Wan Aishah Wan Hamid, CEO of Malaysian Palm Oil Council, and I would like to interview her with regards to her session just now. Thank you for being with us today. So, Puan Wan, I should just like to ask you, what are the key points, or what are the key gist derived from the discussion just now? And as what I hear just now, could you elaborate on the phase that we going through now, from pandemic to endemic? What about with regards to palm oil industry? Do you guys face a certain situation in terms of the labor shortage? Could you elaborate on that?
Sure. What we discussed about just now in the first part of the discussion was about during the pandemic.
Yeah.
The whole ecosystem has been disrupted in the sense of the supply chain. So out of that components of supply chain for palm oil is the labor.
Right.
Because we are a small country, we're about 32,000 people. We use a lot of foreign labor, especially the Indonesian people from Bangladesh and all that. So during that, many has actually gone home. So that's why you see palm oil in 2019, the production has gone down at least short of 2 million metric ton. That is due, a lot of the fruits cannot be harvested. That's part of the reason. So therefore, our production went lower, not yet talking about export. The requirements in terms of export is still very high, but we produce less. During the pandemic, we experienced the shortage of labor directly for that COVID. Beside the supply chain disruption in terms of delivering to the destination, it takes much, much longer.
Okay. We know we've been talking about SDGs and also halal. I would like to also, if you can get your thoughts on this. Palm oil has always been used. It's a very versatile product. It's a base product. It's been used in many products. It's mentioned in cosmetic, it's in food, and etc. etc. So I would like to also understand that. Do you think that the palm oil as a base product is halal certified holistically?
As I mentioned in the discussion, palm oil, there's no issue in terms of halal. In terms of, if you look all the plantation owners, the big ones, the smaller ones like Sime Darby, IOI, or FGV that produce palm oil. In terms of palm oil, right from the seedling into the management of the plantation until the harvesting, then whereby after that it goes to the miller, the first refining, then it goes out. So the supply chain that may be of a big concern is from the transportation and storage. But most of these major plantation group are all certified halal. Thereby, palm oil is very versatile. Not just for the consumption of oil, kita masak, kita goreng, kita apa, but the downstream further fractionation of palm oil can produce stearine and other things that becomes oleochemical, which is a base product for toiletries, makeup, and everything else besides just makanan. So therefore, it is very versatile, the base ingredient, but the halal, in terms of halal certification, I don't think it's an issue. But when you ambil this oleochemical, which is plant-based and is all halal, when you mix it into something else, then that's a process for the other company to get that certification. But for palm oil producer, from the time you tanam to the end product of delivery as a oleochemical is completely halal.
A last question out of pop-ups come suddenly, while talking to her. Wan, you're still very passionate over palm oil, and then could you tell us, the journey, of your career, etc., etc. You're very, very passionate over it.
Oh well, I'm not, in a way, being in palm oil for a long time per se. When I joined MPOC, I'm really a new kid in town.
Right.
walaupun not that I started my career in something else. I was in IBM, more international computer company, than actually in telecommunication.
Right.
So then
So from
the whole but
telecommunication, right?
about telecommunication, doing my own thing, doing some consulting, financial advisory. But I do have something called pusat timbang,
Okay, what
where
is that?
pusat timbang is where smallholders ambil buah, pergi timbang, pergi hantar to the mills.
Yes.
So I do have that. So we are part of that, and I also have a small piece of land that 9 ekar tanam kelapa sawit. So I am really a smallholder. So coming into the palm oil, become passionate because palm oil contribute. I mean, agro commodity and palm oil alone contribute 103 billion to our GDP.
Yeah.
So it is very important. So that's why I become very passionate, because that is where we should grow
Right.
in agro commodity and becomes a big producer of that.
Inshallah. Okay,
Inshallah.
all right. That's all we have. Interesting discussion with Wan, and hopefully we can have it the next WHBC having MPOC together with us.
Inshallah.
Bringing
Inshallah.
MPOC and also the halal brand internationally.
Together,
All right,
inshallah.
that's all we have on ground live interviews. Be sure to stay tuned with WHBC and also HDC Facebook for the latest update and the time to time live interview. And that's all from me, Shilda Ismail. Assalamualaikum, and signing off from here. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, Bowen.
Thank you.